So to start the session, I will be presenting first the overview of the Cluster Digital visit to the Andicom Fair in Cartagena this September, which was carried out in the framework of the Epicenter project with the support of Axio. And our mission to Colombia focused on 3 areas. First, we aim to understand the specific needs and characteristics of the Colombian digital market. Secondly, our goal was to build strategic connections with local stakeholders and discover collaboration opportunities. And last, we wanted to explore how Epicenter and cluster companies could facilitate or could enter this market and find partnership building with the Colombian market. So the primary objective of our mission were first to explore opportunities, identifying business opportunities for the European companies aligned with the goals of the Epicenter project and Cluster Digital, building relationships, strengthening partnership with Colombian SMEs, chambers of commerce and universities, and also understanding the landscape, which was gaining insights into the Colombian's digital and tech ecosystem to identify potential areas for collaboration. So during the Andicom Fair, we actively participated in various activities designed to maximize and expose our networking opportunities. And this included key meetings where we engaged with Colombian chambers of commerce and SMEs and corporates to explore synergies in digital transformation and software development. We also participated in networking sessions, participating in meet and business sessions, exploring the purchasing plans of potential Colombian markets. And last, showcasing Epicenter, promoting our local initiative to the Colombian market to understand our best market fit and potential collaborations. So Colombia presents a dynamic and growing market. Their economic expansion offers significant opportunities for businesses looking to enter and grow in the region. In terms of technology transformation, Colombia is expanding rapidly, and this is bolstered by government-supported digital initiatives, which are paving the way for broader connectivity and digital engagement. Additionally, Colombia is ranked highly for ease of doing business, with strong incentives in place for tech investments. And of course, the strategic location of Colombia in Latin America makes it an ideal hub for companies aiming to expand across that region. So our team identified several key insights from this mission. First, that Colombia is rapidly adopting digital technologies with the support of the government, and these initiatives are accelerating the country's digital transformation, creating a ground for innovation and growth. Secondly, there is a focus on accessing advanced digital solutions, which presents opportunities for European technology providers to fill these gaps with their expertise and products. And last, for Colombian organizations are highly interested in partnerships with European companies, particularly in areas such as cloud solutions, cybersecurity, or digital platforms. So in summary, our mission at Andicom 2024 has laid a solid foundation for future collaboration in this market, and through the Epicenter program and the Cluster Digital, we are committed to support SMEs in building this connection and expanding into this market with future actions. So this is the overview of our mission, and now I will stop sharing my screen and give the floor to the team of Invest Bogotá.
Hello, Isabel. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having us. It's a pleasure for us to be here. Let me share my screen first, make sure everything is all right. I think I'm sharing my screen now. Please do let me know if you guys
Yes,
are seeing.
yes. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you very much, Isabel. So it is a pleasure for me to be here. My name is Juan Pablo Romero. I'm an investment analyst here at Invest in Bogota. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our city, why it is a great place for you guys to explore, and a little bit also about what Invest in Bogota is and what we do. So here are the five things we're going to be talking about very briefly today. First three I'm going to pass through very fast so we can focus on what we do. But we're going to talk about a little bit about our economy, our strategic location, world-class human talent, and then again, a little bit about Invest in Bogota, and our city as a regional hub for entrepreneurship and innovation. So let's start talking a little bit about our country. Again, I'm going to pass very briefly here, but by the World Bank by 2024 projects that will grow at a rate of 1.8%, or in terms of the GDP, I mean. And as you'll see, that surpasses that of countries similar economies to ours in the region, like Brazil, Ecuador, Chile, to name a few. And then particularly Bogota has a growth rate projected of 2.5% on its GDP, which is not only bigger than that of the country, but that of the region and the world, according to the World Bank again. So very strong city, which you can see has a GDP that surpasses that of a lot of countries in the region, including Costa Rica, Panama, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, among others. Here's a little bit about our business environment. There are more than 500,000 formal companies in Bogota, 98% of which are MSMEs. And then, as you can see here, 2,464 are companies with foreign capital. Um, 84,000 are created or were created last year. And then, just we have over 300 of the Forbes 2000 companies here in the city. And this is a little bit about FDI projects. As you can see, more than 788 projects, um, where the United States is our main investor in the city, followed by Spain and Mexico. And here you can see also a little bit about the industry sectors with software and IT services or in corporate services, of course, leading the way. A little bit about our strategic location. As you may know, we're placed in the middle of the Americas. We have the number one airport in terms of cargo and transportation, but also passenger connections. It is the busiest airport in South America and just a very strategic asset of our city. You can see that we're also very much connected to the world in terms of trade. Um, Over 18 free trade agreements in force, 18 of those are also international investment agreements, and 15 double taxation agreements with the leading economies. So very keen in that sense as well. A little bit about human talent. We compete with the biggest cities in the region. Currently, we only lag behind Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Mexico City, and Buenos Aires in terms of labor force. There's a total of 6 million people uh, ready to work in the Bogota region. And I must say, but we talk about Bogota region because we include 58 municipalities that surround the city. So that's the Bogota region. And then we have a human talent that's aligned with the economy of the future. Um, 3 out of the 15 best universities in Latin America are here. 40% of the country's PhDs are here, and 35% of the country's technologists are also here. And then I'm going to focus a little bit more and talk to you guys about what is Invest in Bogota. So as you can read, our purpose is to facilitate relevant international investment, attract world-class meetings and events, and articulate the high impact entrepreneurship ecosystem. Um, Invest in Bogota was born in 2006 as a public-private partnership between the mayor's office and the Bogota Chamber of Commerce, which is a private entity. And our objective, as the purpose states, is to facilitate international investment, but also we have an investment bureau that's in charge of attracting world-class meetings and events, and particularly us from team of entrepreneurship and in alternative investments, we are an articulator of the complete entrepreneurship ecosystem. So this is a little bit again of what we do. We are divided by our two core segments, which again are investment fraction bureau, particularly us at the investment side. In 2006, when the agency was created, we asked ourselves, what is the city good for? What are those industries that we are good at and that we add value to the economy? So we're divided in five sectors. Number one is manufacturing, value-added manufacturing. Two, of course, services. Three, life sciences, and four, everything related, of course, to services. And very recently, in 2022, we created this segment that's called Entrepreneurship and Alternative Investments, of which we are a part of. And we're in charge of attracting foreign startups who want to invest in Bogota, but also attract foreign capital investment funds that want to invest in Colombian startups. So that's a little bit of what we do in the team. And the way we do it is through the following value-added services. Our service portfolio includes tailor-made quality information. We help you guys to prepare your investment roadmap in the city. We connect you with specialized talent and also law firms. We provide you with networking opportunities with public and private partners, and also commercial and supply contacts, which is very important when entering a new country or city. And then we also have a marketing area that supports you guys in communications and marketing strategies once you've already made the decision to invest in the city. This is a bit of the services that our convention bureau provides. I'm not going to go through them. And this is a little bit about Bogota as a regional hub for entrepreneurship and innovation. So I'm going to quickly go over this data. As you guys know, BC landscape worldwide has been in decline since 2021. Latin America is not the exception. Here as you can see, Chile, Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, the main economies all have gone down, not only in terms of investment amounts, but also in rounds, in terms of rounds. But in 2024, I think here's the numbers. Yeah, here's the numbers. Q1 2024, we're seeing a slight increase or nothing that's going to come close again to the numbers of 2021. But as you can see, we compared to Q1 of 2023, we've seen a 267% increase in terms of capital raising, although number of rounds is still a bit lower. But that's where we're standing in terms of investments. Compared to other cities of the region, as you can see, Bogota has a share of 71% of the number of investment rounds, 75% of the raised capital, and 69% of startups raising capital. So we are definitely the hub of entrepreneurship and innovation in the country. And then as you can see here, here's a little bit of numbers of our startups that raised 486 million last year through 88 rounds. And here you can see a little bit more information of where those investors came from, and the capital raising in the city. A bit more about the ecosystem. Bogota is home to 949 startups according to the Colombia Tech Report, which represents a share of 55% of startups in the country, and then a 28% annual growth since 2018. Our ecosystem is valued at USD 13 billion, and here you can see some of the examples of unicorns we've had. As you can see, in terms of capital raised, it's very much dominated right now the market by the fintech industry, with 48% of total capital raised, followed by prop tech and food tech with 32% and 5% each. In terms of numbers of how many startups there are in relation to the sectors, over 20% belong to the fintech industry, followed by software as a service, which represents, I think, 7.2%, and prop tech, which represents a 6.6%. And here you can see a little bit more about our ecosystem. We have currently over 23 accelerators, 16 incubators, and here are some examples, and 11 think tanks. Of course, think that central government is here. The leading universities are all here in Bogota, so definitely we are consolidated as the strongest ecosystem. And here are a little bit of examples of the funds that have participated in 10 or more transactions in the Colombian ecosystem between 2013 and 2023. Of course, highlights are Rockstar, Y Combinator, WIDA, among the others that you can see here. And that's it. Thank you very much for your time. Please, here's my email information if you would like to schedule a follow-up call to go a little bit more in depth on how we can help you guys invest in Bogota or explore our market. Feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to schedule a follow-up call. And again, thank you very much to Isabel and the team.
Thank you, Juan Pablo. So thank you for your presentation. And before opening the floor for questions, I will give the word to Eloisa Vela from Connect Bogota.
Hi, good day for everyone. So I'm going to present. Let me know when you see the full screen.
We can see it.
Perfect. So my name is Eloisa. I am the Entrepreneurship and Open Innovation Manager at Connect. In Connect, our purpose is connect companies, universities, entrepreneurs, and the state to accelerate innovation, improve competitiveness, and quality of life in the country. Our goal for more than 13 years has been to transform Colombia into the most entrepreneurial and innovative country in Latin America. Because we believe, as Cesar Valencoso from Cantar, that organizations that successfully innovate grow 6 times more than those that do not innovate. And one of the best ways to innovate is via collaboration. I'm going to move quite quickly around this because Invest already told you a bit of this, but we have moved forward. From 2009, we were the 16th country in the Global Innovation Index in Latin America. We are now at 2023, the 5th. And in the world, we moved from the 90 to the 66. So we have been moving forward and working toward this. One of the most innovation countries in Latam are Brazil, Chile, Mexico, Uruguay, and more Colombia. Colombia is the #1 country in Latam with corporate university relationships, like you can see here, which is very interesting, especially in Bogota region, because we have one of the biggest clusters in universities in the country and in the region. We have been working to implement invest and employment, and this has been giving results generated by innovation. You can see here how tax benefits and innovation direct employees have been rising, and how Bogota and Antioquia, that is a department uh, hosting the second biggest city in Colombia, that's Medellin, have 39% and 24% index of innovation direct employees. We are the third tech emerging ecosystem, the third in investment after Sao Paulo and Ciudad de Mexico, and the third ecosystem in Latam, first in South America, excluding Brazil, according to Startup Link. Our economic sectors that work the most in open innovation in 2023. This is a result from a index, a ranking that Colombia, via Connect, and in partnership with 100 open startups from Brazil, we have been measuring open innovation between corporates, universities, and startups for more than 4 years now. You can look for Open Innovation Ranking Colombia, and you can see our latest report. You can see here how the economic sectors that work here have been moving. You can see the biggest one, that is energy, followed by services from commerce and distribution. Next, we have financial services and oil and gas. And this is, you can have an idea of how these sectors move in around open innovation, because one of our invitations for you for this public today is to come to Colombia, and then come to Colombia to collaborate with our corporates and our universities to create new opportunities for all. So these are some of the sectors that are the strongest in open innovation. The main actors in the science, technology, and innovation in ecosystems are here. You can see in government and public policy, some of them that are public. You can see tech and innovation centers. It's not just Connect. You can see different technological park and scientific parks as Ruta N in Medellin, or Sena, that's in Colombia, and corporations and startups that work towards this, like our innovation agency, that is Impulsa, or Chamber of Commerce, that is the Cámara de Comercio de Bogotá. And we also have many universities and academia working in investigation programs around entrepreneurship and innovation. Bogota entrepreneurship ecosystem has been growing. At 2003, according to the Colombia Tech Report, we have 16 incubators, more than 23 accelerators, Connect being one of them, with our program Connect Climate Tech Accelerator, in which I am the director of it. That is, I'm going to talk a bit more about it later, but it's our program revolving around climate tech. And we have communities of entrepreneurs and corporations working together, like Andy, that is our business managers associations, or Uniandinos, that it's university community around entrepreneurship. 43% of the startups have been accepted by ecosystem actors and have been working with us to be strengthened. And 48% of the incubators and entrepreneurship centers are in Bogota. 3 out of 4 startups have participated in at least one ecosystem initiative. So we are a very strong ecosystem that actually helps entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship to grow and to be stronger. And we have co-workings, we have, as I said, university, and especially we have corporation, not only Colombian ones, but also worldwide ones. As you can see, Guaira, that is from all Hispanic countries, Enel. We have also Abbott and Novartis that are European. So we have a lot of corporations that have hubs in Colombia, especially in Bogota, that participate in ecosystem initiatives. The beginning of this dream in Connect, we were Connect Bogota region. Now we are not. Bogota was a little bit smaller for us, and we realized that we are bigger than this. We started as the University Corporation State Alliance. We went to Boston and we learned then in San Francisco, in the other side of USA, about Connect. Connect is a model by San Diego Connect in California that work around the alliance between these actors, these stakeholders, to strengthen innovation and entrepreneurship. So, with 16 leaders, we begin the dream of Connect in 2011 or 12, I believe. And so we were born and we started growing and it started working. And today we have a national reach as Connect because we are, and because of also of the pandemic and all the opportunities around virtual meetings like this, we started working with more than 70% of our regions, not only with entrepreneurs around our accelerator programs, but also with big corporations. For example, 5 of members are in other regions and their main offices are not in Bogota. We are the CUE. The CUE is the University Company State Startups Committee for Bogota region. And we are also the Colombia's largest innovation network. We accelerate dreams by first mobilizing resources to carry out innovation and entrepreneurship programs. Second, promoting connections between the network and the innovation ecosystem to generate businesses. Third, making success stories visible that inspire others. We have a big alliance with our main paper, and we permanently work to make visible corporation, university, and startup stories around entrepreneurship and innovation. Four, we train organization in innovation to improve their competitiveness. We believe that the more the whole ecosystem have tools around this, the more strong the ecosystem is. And fifth, we transform innovation strategy of organization, enabling them to develop new opportunities. We have more than a decade of achievements. For example, I'm just going to name a few. We have mobilized more than 200 millions of Colombian pesos. What we mean when we talk about mobilize is that we secure these resources to immediately pass them to investigators and to startups to work to them. It's money that we do not operate, that we use to finance technology and ventures of members of the network and the ecosystem. We have trained more than 62,000 people. We have worked with more than 1,000 startups and SMEs that we have a company and strengthen in different ways. More than 150 of these have been accelerated in complex programs of accelerations. And this is a little bit of what we have done. Our network, as I was saying, we are a network. We work with several corporations and several universities and also the states. You can see a little bit of this. We have a really big oil and gas sector. You can see Ecopetrol, that is the biggest oil and gas company in the country, but you can see Zenit, Gases de Occidente, Colgas, Biode, all of this, Essentia, all of these are in the oil and gas. We have more than 6% of the oil and gas in cluster in Colombia, but we also work with, and you can see agro and food companies around, and many of them. Tell me?
I canviamo l'ultimo heredity. Però aleshores, en aquesta manera que ja sé, nosaltres passarem.
We work in four areas of expertise that you can see here that are culture and digital strategy, open innovation, technology transfer, and entrepreneurship. We do that connecting the ecosystem of, you can see here, you can see in red the state agency, you can see in yellow the international allies, and in green the Colombian ecosystem. Invest in Bogota is here, of course. And we have, our members have presence around all Latin America, as you can see in this map. This is how we work. We work in 3 tracks of work. The first one is the consolidation of the ecosystem, in which we work to consolidate the CTIA ecosystem through the development of high impact projects. What we do is we focus in 4 strategic areas that we invite you to work with us, to contact us if you have ideas, project, and endeavors in one of these. That is innovation and higher education, public sector education, sustainability, and health. We have, and this is, please scan the QR code. This is an invitation for one of the biggest events of open innovation in Latin America. I know we are a little bit closer to this one, that is the 12th and 13th of November of the year, but we do it every year. So if you have the web page and if you follow on in our networks, you can know from new opportunities. Is, as I said, the most important innovation event in Latin America, the only one in the country focused on open innovation, bringing together companies, entrepreneurs, universities, and investors. And the focus is to generate connections that result in alliances or new businesses. This year, the countries, especially Spain, we have the largest speed dating of Colombia. We have a very interesting academic agenda. We have one experience that is the Innovation Museum with Technology Exhibition. And as I said, we have the ranking of 100 Open Startups Colombia 2024. That is the Open Innovation Ranking of Colombia. And this is our accelerator. There's another invitation I have for you. That is the accelerator I direct. That is the first multi-corporate accelerator in the region that seeks to promote the growth of climate tech ventures to respond to the major problems of industries and our planet. We bring together the best startup, large companies, and impact investors to generate extraordinary value in 3 main focuses: energy transition and decarbonization, circular economy, and bioeconomy. The second track is the track in which we work to strengthen our network, improving their capabilities, and increasing opportunities and benefits of articulated work. We have many benefits in networking to innovate, connections to drive businesses, skills and cultures, and tools to lead transformation. We work every year to give our members, the more than 60 members of our network, value between these benefits. And finally, we work in the track 3 that are our innovation services. And in this one, we are committed to generate extraordinary value for our clients through integrated solutions, which allows to generate transferable skills and learning. This is our consultancy leg. We are an ONG, but this is our consultancy leg that allows to generate resources to sustain and work on the other 2 tracks that are impact projects and the strengthening of the network and all the stakeholders in the region. We partnered with our clients to fulfill their dreams through consulting verticals. We work in strategy and innovation culture, entrepreneurship and open innovation, technology transfer, and tax benefits. We invite you to keep working and keep believing that a small group of committed citizens and organizations can change the world. Is the only thing that has managed to do it. So we invite you to follow us in our network and to be with us. And I leave the QR here for a bit so you can scan it and know a bit more of the Open Innovation Summit. And if some of you can travel to Colombia or is planning to travel in November, we will welcome you in this big event. Just write to us. We are here to know more about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Loisa, for your presentation. So now, in case there are any questions, I would like to open the floor for that. Yes, Idris?
Oh, sorry. Hello. Thank you for your presentation. And maybe could you tell more about the cluster landscape in Colombia? Because I saw it's quite quite often some cluster events, international cluster events are organized in Bogota. And second question, are any programs for collaboration between European Union and Colombia?
I'm sorry, Gudis, I didn't hear well. What cluster do you ask about? I'm sorry about that.
First question, could you tell more about clusters in Colombia, how it's developed, and in which areas clusters are most important? And second
Yeah.
question is about programs. Are any programs which support cooperation between Colombia and European Union?
Okay, so if I may start, I'd like to point out that at Invest in Bogota, like I mentioned in my presentation, we're focused on 5 industries to support in terms of investment attraction. And those are because those are the sectors of the economy in which Bogota and the region are the strongest. And those are number one, services, everything related to ETOs, shared services, also video games. We're focusing strong on video games. We're also focused on value-added manufacturing. And from there, we also tackle things related to climate, green tech, technologies. We also have life sciences, and obviously everything related to infrastructure projects. And currently, the city has a lot of infrastructure projects, and I'm sure you've heard about. We're building the metro. Our biggest stadium here is going through some renovations. There are a lot of infrastructure projects in the city right now. So those, together with, of course, entrepreneurship and alternative investments, is what we particularly focused on. But as I mentioned, we are also a part of the Bogota Chamber of Commerce. We're an entity that was born out of a partnership between the Bogota Chamber of Commerce and the Mayor's office. And the Bogota Chamber of Commerce right now has over 19 clusters in different industries, some that aren't as developed as the ones that we cover from Invest in Bogota because we're a very small organization, but that are very important, like sports, for example, or transportation and logistics and whatnot. So what I can do, if you would like to explore any particular cluster, I would be happy to introduce you and make the connections with the different clusters from the Bogota Chamber of Commerce. And that's something that I can help everyone here in the session with, to explore about a little bit more about the different opportunities that the clusters from the chamber sees. And then finally, in regards to the last question you made, I'm not sure, Isabel, if you have a little bit more information on that side, but from what I've seen, and here at the Invest in Bogota, we don't particularly develop any partnerships with the European Union, but I've seen a lot of partnerships that are more targeted at development of marginalized communities in the country. Also, what we here call, they have a name, but societies or territories that were heavily impacted by the Colombian conflict. And they're also very much focused on what was called the Green Deal. I worked a little bit at the Bogota Chamber of Commerce, and we were working with the European Union on developing programs to help exporters and also importers with everything related to the new regulation on sustainable trade that the European Union has developed. So that's what I would say on that front.
We also want to contribute, and we also have connections with other chambers of commerce. For example, the Cartagena Chamber of Commerce has a very strong oil and gas cluster because most of oil and gas companies are in that region. And many of the other chambers of commerce that we work with, Cali, Medellin, Valle de Aburrá, Cartagena, in many different parts of the country, has a little bit of a focus in different clusters. So we are able to connect you if you want with those clusters. And the second thing is we also work with Ecopetrol, which has five innovation centers around the world focused in, if I'm not wrong, things related to decarbonization, things related with 4.0 technologies like artificial intelligence and data analytica, etc. Things related to bio components, biomaterials, bio anything, and I don't remember the other two, but that are also like a more corporate focused clusters. So it's just we have a lot of industries, and they are very, and we also have the Nationalization of Corporates, that it's the Andy, that also have chambers. So it's just like raise your hand and tell us which one is your focus, and we are probably able to help you with it. We, for example, are leading conversations between in things related to health tech and things related to climate tech, with a cluster of clusters. So it's just raise your hand and probably we have someone to connect you with. And with the European Union, we are working first, as you saw, Spain is our country invited to this. And second, we are working with Climate Kick, that it's climate tech association with strengthen the interchange of abilities, startups, and everything between Europa and Colombia around climate tech. So that's other link we have. So we can also talk about that or in between that. So just raise your hand and tell us which is your focus, and we are probably able to connect you with the person that have it.
We represent agri-food sector,
Amazing.
and also could you send some links to Isabel?
Yes,
Of course.
so also Gidrius, thank you to our visit in Andicom from Cluster Digital with the support of the Catalan Agency for Business Competitive Axio. We were able to contact, and we are in contact with some of the chambers of commerce that contain these cluster organizations. And we are now building the path for collaboration with them, with whom we will lead further actions to open doors to clusters and companies. So we will for sure provide this information from our site as well.
I'm going to send you to the chat a bit of a project that we made around agrotech that we are going to relaunch next year with a more open focus. So maybe you can apply and see what we are doing. It's closed now, but it's going to reopen in 2025.
So after this session, I wanted to add that thank you, given the experience of the potential we have observed in the Colombian market from Cluster Digital, we are committed and we want to pursue further actions to build on opportunities in this market. So in the upcoming weeks, we will be sharing a report detailing the learnings, insights, and valuable context from this market. And the report will be complemented by a questionnaire to understand your needs and requests, and also an upcoming webinar. So stay tuned for these announcements. Okay, so if there are no further specific questions, I would like to extend my gratitude again to everyone for joining today's event, and a special thank you first to the Catalan Agency for Business Competitiveness Acción in Colombia, which hosted our visit in Andicom and is opening the Colombian market for us as well, and for our invited speakers, Juan Pablo Romero from Invest Bogotá and Eloisa Vela from Connect Bogotá. So thank you all, and I think there are no further questions.
It's been a pleasure, and we hope to see you more around here. We have open doors for all of you, so and you can contact us.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you very much, Isabel, and everyone from Cluster Digital and everyone who's here. Thank you very much for your time. And yeah, feel free to reach out should you have any more questions. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.